Welcome to today's video. I hope the wind isn't disturbing you too much. It's pretty heavy wind blowing here. I'm in the province of Zeeland in the Netherlands, and today it's all gonna be about this location. And I've been here I think maybe 3 to 4 years ago. I stayed in a holiday home pretty close to this harbor that I just walked by, and I just did an evening walk and I found this little house here on the back of this pier. And I tried some long exposures, and this weekend I'm here in Zeeland again with friends, only a little bit further away. I had to drive for about 10 to 15 minutes now, but I thought I'm gonna visit this location again. It looks like it's gonna be a nice sunset. There are a couple of clouds in the sky. Yesterday the whole sky illuminated completely red, and I wasn't expecting anything, so I was just sitting in the holiday home having some nice time with my wife and my friends. But that's also important sometimes. So today I decided to go out and I'm gonna test some long exposures again on this house. And there's one negative thing if I look at it compared to the last time I was here. There is a flag on that pole, and it's never nice when you want to do a long exposure when there's something moving there. So we're going to see how that's going to turn out. So I'm going to set up the camera. It's still about an hour before sunset, but I'm just going to see if we can find some nice shots of this little house. So why did I come to this particular location again? I've got a lot of questions from people about this OM-1 camera, about the live ND filter, if it is any good. Some people just say that it's crap or anything, and I just wanted to see it for myself. You know, I am very enthusiastic about this live ND function, but I never did a comparison between a live ND filter and an actual ND filter. So I'm gonna try that today. I'm gonna shoot normal images, live ND images, maybe some high-res images, and I'm just gonna look at them and see which one is the best of those images. So it's just gonna wait here for this house to to get a nice sunset, and then I'm gonna set up the camera. I'm gonna walk around here, look for a nice composition, and in the meanwhile there are a lot of seagulls, and I think we call them in the Netherlands fish thieves, small birds catching fish from the water. And I'm just going to try to catch some of those with the long telephoto shot to entertain myself until sunset. So let's find the composition, set up stuff, and just wait. So I'm trying to look for some compositions for this house here, and I started out with a bit of a wide angle. And first thing I noticed when I looked back here, I wanted to find a line on the coast here that leads your eye towards this house over there. But the only problem is, if you look down here, all these rocks here, we have rock formation, there are a lot of shelves and oysters between it, but they are all leading in that direction, and my eye is going in that direction. So it's not nice for composition. You know, the leading lines are not going in the right direction. So I'm going to try to find a different angle, or a different approach. Maybe I'm going to use a telephoto to only isolate that house over there. I don't know yet, but I think this isn't going to work. But I might be able to use these rocks here with these rocks in the foreground when the sun has set, to create a nice wide angle shot here. So we will see about that. For now I'm gonna still focus on that house there, and maybe shoot one of those gulls and fish thieves here. But definitely some more possibilities here than just the house. So right now I'm trying to catch those fish thieves here, and it keeps returning to this pole there behind me, and sometimes it jumps into the water on almost the same spot. So I'm going to try to photograph it jumping or flying into the water, catching a fish. But I just put on the bird recognition. I'm using all the focusing points at the moment, then continuous autofocus, repeating shutter, and I'm just going to try to shoot this bird on this pole when it sits there, and hopefully I can catch one in flight or maybe diving down. I'm using the 100 to 400 autofocus image stabilization on, and let's see if we can catch this bird here. And yeah, some nice practicing things to how do you say that? Some nice thing to spend some time, you know. I still have to wait 45 minutes before sunset. So yeah, I'm only interested in this building when when there's some nice light in the sky. So here it is again. You can hear it. So I hope some of these bird shots turn out pretty nice, and we're actually approaching the point now where the sun is setting there, and it looks like it's going to be behind a massive cloud, so that would be a shame. But let me show you the composition that I have at the moment. You know, I'm going to show you the back of the camera here. So this is what I'm looking at, and you can see I've positioned this house or this hut or whatever it is on the left side here, and some open space on the right, and the sun is setting on this side here. So I'm hoping for some little side light to get into this image. And now, right now I'm using a long exposure, trying to smoothen out this extremely wild water over here. So what I did, I'm using the shutter remote here because I want the shot to be as steady as possible. There's a lot of wind, so I've put the tripod in as low as possible position. I removed the camera strap, I removed the lens hood, just to minimize the chances of camera shake. And I'm just going to wait until the wind is laying down for a couple of seconds and push the remote here. And the funny thing is, the last time I was here, when I was shooting this shot, there was a heron sitting on the edge of this peninsula where this house is on. But when I was taking some test shots, a cormorant flew in and sat down on the pole on the edge there, and I got one shot with it, but it wasn't the nicest one because it was just a test shot, and it's a shame it flew away again. But it is a spot that birds seem to like, so hopefully for that little extra touch again, I'm hoping for one of these birds to sit down on this pole, or else look behind me here. Still this fish thief is just trying to catch his fish over here. And let's get into the long exposure here. So I'm sitting here next to the tripod. I've put it as low as possible, put on the remote shutter, taken off the lens hood and the camera strap here to reduce vibrations, and I just shot a couple of different images. First of all, I shot a high-res image with an ND8 filter on. I just want to see it compared to a normal version. Then I shot a normal picture with the ND8 screw-on filter, and then I detached that ND8 screw-on filter and got exactly the same settings with the live ND filter on ND8, and it should actually be a little bit better on the live ND because it is a stacked image. You know, those shadows are much more detailed than in a different image. So I just took those ones, and now I'm gonna put on a 10 stopper because I want to smoothen out this water, and that would be really nice to do. And I can wait here until it gets darker. Maybe I can get off the big stopper at that point. But for now, I'm just gonna try that. So I'm gonna screw on that very large dark plate. So the wind just dropped for a couple of seconds here, so I pushed the shutter with the 10 stopper here in place. And I haven't used this filter on this channel before, I think. I don't use it that much actually, but in this case, I'm gonna turn you over to the other side. I'm pretty much needing my right hand to use the camera, and it's creating a really nice smoothened water here and smoothing in the sky. You know, these clouds are moving pretty fast. But the fun thing is, with a 10 stop ND filter, if you're using a mirror camera, DSLR, when you're putting in this ND filter, you can't see anything on the back of the screen here. Nothing. It's completely dark. So what you have to do, you have to adjust your settings, adjust your focus, put everything in manual, and then slowly slide in the 10 stop ND filter, because everything will be black, you won't see anything. But with a mirrorless camera, let me show you here on the back, you can see it's still in here, the 10 stops ND filter. But when I look on the back of the camera just adjusts the settings to this filter, so I can see exactly what I'm doing here, even though I'm using this 10 stop ND filter. And yeah, I just really like it. So what I want to do here at this point, and this is going to be something I want to try out, I'm going to use the live ND filter in combination with this 10 stop ND filter. And what it should give me is a very high dynamic range image and an even slower shutter speed. So before I did this, I got to a shutter speed of 25 seconds. So I'll show you this image right now. So by using the live ND filter, I'm now putting the live ND filter on ND2, so it's a very minimal one, ISO 200, f8, and it gives me a 60-second exposure. So I'm gonna wait until the wind drops, and it's actually no use because I'm gonna have to wait for about a minute, and there's no use for that. But I'm gonna try to do this. So right now it's dropping a little bit. I hope you're not bothered too much by the wind, but yeah, let's see. I'm gonna push the shutter, everything in manual. Here we go, 60 seconds. So when I look on the back of the camera here, let me try to show you. This is what I'm shooting at the moment. And these shots just look amazing, you know. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of experimenting here, because I'm gonna shut off the live ND filter. So that brings me a shutter speed of, let's have a look, 25 seconds. So I'm gonna lower the ISO to try and match this 60-second exposure that I just had. And I'm gonna do a little experiment here, and I've never done this before, so let me be clear about that. But I'm gonna try to shoot a high-res 60-second image, and I have no idea if this is gonna work. I don't even know if the camera can do it, so we're gonna find out. I've got all settings dialed in at the moment, so let's have a look. I'm gonna put the exposure right here. It's gonna be f8, 60 second, high resolution shot. Here we go. So right now I'm taking these high res shots, and it's actually taking a really long time, and there's a good reason for it, because it's taking 60-second shots, and for a high res shot it's going to stack images. So what the camera is doing, it's actually shooting I think it's seven 60 seconds exposure. So this is going to take more than 7 minutes, maybe at prime time. You know, the light is phenomenal at the moment, so it might be a really bad image, or it's gonna work out extremely well. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I like these little experiments, you know, so it's gonna be one hell of a wait here actually. So the camera is still busy with those high res shots, and I was just thinking to myself, is this gonna work? And I just figured there is one problem here, because within 7 minutes the light will be very lower than it is when I press the shutter. So the difference between the first and the last shot is going to be a lot. So the last shot is going to be way darker than the first shot. So I'm actually really wondering, first of all, if the camera can process it, and second of all, if it's going to be a problem for this image. So yeah, it's going to be putting together good exposed and underexposed images. So I don't know. I have no idea actually. So I think we're at the 4th image at the moment, and if I look on the back of the camera, you can see that it's already putting together this image here on the back of the camera. So it's not telling any errors or anything. So yeah, it's just a waiting game until it's finished. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this image, and maybe someone is gonna, oh, this is something. This is something. A cormorant just flew in. Let's see if I can show you. Right next to the house is a pole, and a cormorant just flew in and is sitting on a pole there, and it's actually sitting there within my exposures. You know, damn, how's the camera going to process that? Is it going to put it in the image or not? I have no idea. I have no idea, and it's flying off again. So I think there are 2 frames with this cormorant, and the rest is without. So we will see how this is going to look. But for now, I'm actually pretty excited about this evening. So really nice little experiment. So I don't think that I have ever waited so long for a shot to get processed in my camera. The screen is turned off. The screen has turned off. So let's have a look here. So the camera has finished processing this high-res image. Let me see if this is sharp. Oh my god. So with that last shot, I'm going to end today's video. I hope you liked the video. Yeah, some highly experimental stuff that I haven't done before. and I haven't seen anybody doing it before, so I hope it all worked out. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget push that thumbs up button. You will massively help this channel, and please leave a comment underneath what you think about these images. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, there's a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push that and select all on the little notification bell, you will get a message when I release my next video. So thanks for watching. Yeah, this was maybe it from the Dutch coastline. I'm not sure yet. Tomorrow is going to be another great day, so maybe tomorrow I will do some photography again and yeah, find some more different images than my usual stuff yeah, on the inland of the Netherlands. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week. Bye bye.